Behind the RedLine episode 94, NXIVM, Obedience, disguised as Empowerment United States, 1998 to 2018. It didn't look like a cult. That was the point. NXIVM never called itself a cult. It called itself a self-help company, a personal development system, a place to unlock human potential. There were no robes, no chanting, no isolated compound in the desert. Instead, there were seminars, whiteboards, curriculum binders, executives, celebrities, and a single unspoken rule: obedience is growth. At the center of NXIVM was Keith Raniere. Raniere presented himself as a philosopher-scientist, a man with unparalleled intelligence and moral clarity. He referred to himself as Vanguard, a title meant to signal leadership and vision. His actual background told a different story. Before NXIVM, Raniere was involved in failed business ventures, financial schemes, accusations of manipulation. But none of that mattered once he learned the most important lesson. People don't want truth. They want meaning. NXIVM targeted ambitious people, actors, executives, entrepreneurs, people already searching for improvement, courses promised, emotional mastery, ethical clarity, success without fear. Students paid thousands of dollars to attend intensive seminars known as executive success programs. At first, nothing seemed dangerous. That was intentional. NXIVM weaponized language. Normal emotions were reframed as flaws. Doubt became ethical breach. Resistance became fear-based behavior. Boundaries became limiting beliefs. Disagreement wasn't allowed, but it was never banned outright. It was simply redefined as failure. This is how control works without force. As members advanced, they were asked to provide collateral. This included nude photos, confessions of personal trauma, letters accusing loved ones of abuse, financial records. They were told this was for accountability. In reality, it was leverage. Once given, leaving became dangerous. Within NXIVM existed a secret subgroup called DOS, an acronym roughly translating to Lord, Master of the Obedient, Female Companions. Women were recruited without knowing what DOS truly was. They were told it was a women's empowerment sorority. Instead, it was a hierarchy of masters and slaves. Members were starved, isolated, ordered to perform labor and sexual acts, forced to obey commands without question. Some were branded with Raniere's initials burned into their skin. High-profile members gave NXIVM legitimacy. Among them was Allison Mack, who played a key role in recruiting women into DOS. Celebrity didn't cause the abuse, but it protected it, because fame makes people hesitate. Raniere claimed everything was consensual, but consent under coercion is not consent. When sleep is restricted, food is controlled, disobedience leads to punishment. Leaving risks exposure, choice becomes illusion. This is the core lie of NXIVM. Former members began speaking out. Journalists investigated, evidence accumulated, federal authorities intervened. In 2018, Keith Raniere was arrested. NXIVM fell quickly once scrutiny arrived. Because it could not survive daylight, Raniere was convicted of sex trafficking, forced labor, racketeering, sexual exploitation. He was sentenced to 120 years in federal prison. The language of enlightenment dissolved in court. What remained was control. NXIVM didn't look like evil. It looked like growth. That is why it worked. It teaches us something essential. Cults don't begin with violence. They begin with redefinition of pain, of love, of loyalty, of truth. NXIVM told people they were becoming better versions of themselves. What they were really becoming was obedient. Behind the Red Line exists to expose how power hides behind language and how evil doesn't need force when it has belief. Because the most dangerous cults don't isolate you from the world. They convince you you've finally found it.